Welcome to Golem Productions. The Sabbath just ended several hours ago. What are we going to accomplish today? What tomfoolery are we going to engage in? How about prophecy? We haven't seen those. Oh, you know, prophecy and crazy, they go hand in hand. How are we going to profit? I mean, like, that's another thing. I mean, I have no formal training. I don't have any, like, experts to tell me how to prophesy. And I told you I had a problem with that word. It just it doesn't come out right. Prophesy. Prophecy is fine because it's a noun. Here's my prophecy. Give me an A. But prophesy, but I don't want to get into the word. What you see before you is, I'll show them prophecy if I remember. How are we going to make something from nothing land? We're going to nothing land. What you need to do, for a visual aid, is a simple grocery bag. Fritos. Also can be used as a bib. So I had the other one, had that the backdrop. So we're gonna have to be, this is what you wanna have in your mind. Not the plastic bag and not how you put it over somebody's head and go, clicks, oh. These things, they happen. You gotta have no prophecy training. So you wanna imagine this in your mind. And you just basically use like the Hebrew letters, and you have channels. So you can start with this visualization, or you can, I don't know how visual, like you could, if you make a great Kabbalah tree in your mind and you just want to be like, look what I can do. I didn't even use this. Great, you can teach me. Other than that, this is how I'm going about it. It is a visualization. So this helps me. And Fritos are good, but they are a little bit pricey, don't you think? You get two though, and the bigger bags, and they're good. They could be like $2 cheaper. Anyway, so that's basically how you want to do it. And then the flames will be here. So we're going to have Shabbos flames. We'll have a system underneath here, fire them up, and then, reach into that fire. And we'll just, do all that for you guys to see. So we'll put up a system up here. And then basically what we want to do, since this is like not real crystal, but you want to just say, oh, let's see what the different lights can do. So we're firing up the flame. We might add some sound, and see what my mind can do. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I dream of Jeannie and there she is. Maybe you just want to you can keep it PG. Maybe you just want to, shimmy with her. Some of us will take it a step further. Welcome to the after hours. I thought through that too. I just was talking to Hashem. We were today Hashem and I talked about golems. Actually, I talked about it. I had a migraine, and then I took one of those Naratriptan pills, and I got drowsy. So I was just kind of like, I did work. Of course, I blessed all the U.S. guys. We have to. Page 415. I do it. I crawl. If I'm even sick, I crawl. I just crawl on the floor. Must. You think I have it memorized, but there's an added dimension when I focus on it. The visualization, it lasts. Other people benefit. Their atmosphere clears up. You could see it. It's like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Because some people are stuck in thought. And I know how that works. I'm like driving on Route 9 to Freehold. A Jew pulls up to me, and all of a sudden I'm like, what? And then, I do the same thing. We help the Creator. Wherever there are, that's what Torah scholars do. Prophecy. So this is our visualization. So we're going to run the light, and we're just going to refract it and just using different things and just, okay, Shlomo, put it in, Do it in reverse. Just do whatever. Yeah, these are things I'm gonna try. Why? Why not? Anyway, so prophecy, I was thinking like going, I don't know. If I go really high, it's like, I don't know how high I can go. I don't want to wake up the world. I don't know, like, how to start and then where to stop. I mean, basically, I'm just joining the chorus of angels. So, I don't know what happens if I get overwhelmed and all of a sudden I'm just like, there's heaven, I gotta go, and just leave it rolling. There are some people that went up to heaven. I might be the next one. I'm excited. I'm gonna be like, no, I want to stay here. Because I'm playing whiteout survival. I don't spend too much time. So this is how we're gonna do it. So, and then we're just, drawing upon that and just, if we have it, then just come into play. I mean, I was reading about golems, and there was people, I think he was a pagan, and he said he performed a work more nobler than God. And I was like, Hashem, like, this guy said it because he goes, Hashem made it from I forget how he said it, but he made it from air. Oh, he said Hashem made it from earth, but I made it from air. So I was like, Hashem, I'm not going to be like that. Let me make some golems. You already showed it to me. For what purpose? I left my chair. It's going to get to me. I'm not going to heaven yet. I don't want to. I still want to raise a family and start a toy empire. So we're going to go to Lakewood. So we have to turn on, it's like turning on a faucet, and this is the flame. It shoots up, so you put your hands here, obviously, and the other one's right here, and you just hold on, and just you start tensing up. There's one guy who could walk, and then the flame, and I just do it like this, and then what we'll do is we'll cut the flame a little bit by code. So what's going to happen is, and this I'm going to really try. So we're using sound to manipulate the flame or something. It's not just a nozzle where you just turn up the whatever gas. It's like we're going to have some maybe stuff. And so basically, this is how you become the Human Torch. So this is how somebody has to make the thing. So we're going to do it. We're going to run the flame. I have a computer there. We'll have Shmuley, Shmuel, Zvi, whatever their names are going to be. It's going to be like, hello, am I still in America? One of those moments. What? I'm just being honest. So anyway, we're playing with the flame, turn it up, and then eventually it'll engulf me to the point where I can tolerate it. And then all of a sudden I'm Human Torch. You have the mental activity, you have all this flame, and then you can flame, fireball. Just look what I can do. Get your foot, start having fun. In the household, you're playing with fire. Hebrew fire. Prophecy certified, kosher. We're going to be selling our products just like they did in the 80s, if you want to know. I was very inspired. It was a world I never wanted to leave. And then you have to grow up, and you're just like, man, I wish we had the third temple. Right? Am I right, Jews? We want the third temple. Let's get physically fit. Who's going to do it? Who are you going to get the third temple to build? I saw what's out there. I'm just like, maybe a brick, half size, but there's no way. What are you going to call it? What are you going to get? Migrant workers to do your third temple? You should, in the Holocaust, they worked as slave labor. They died. That's how the Jews should work if they want the third temple. Get up there, one brick at a time. Just do it. However, they did 100-pound bags. I mean, I'm not saying we have to do 100 pounds, but maybe knock it off 25 pounds, 50. I mean, if you're doing 25 pounds, you're an embarrassment to tradition. Anyway, so this is how you get to become the Human Torch. We'll just have to see this flame. We just have to add things, add, delete, manipulate. We're playing with, if you want to look at the background, it's natural. We go above nature. Supernatural, and we can maybe call things down and just be like, is it too high? It's not working. And then you'll just see me. So we're gonna do this. This is part one. I mean, we have to do something. People want to be the Human Torch and Iceman. I know this. Just like I know everybody was waiting for Gambit in X-Men. And no, they don't put it. Thank you, Colossus. But you know what? Gambit would have really sealed the deal. Now, wouldn't it? Some people are very passionate about their X-Men. Jim Lee, 92. That was like one of those moments. It was just like, I just stepped into like the divine presence or something. It was great. Comic Relief, Freehold Mall. Never forget it. I wanted that X-Men poster. I could have had it. I think I bought it. But whatever, it's all right. I had to get rid of everything. It was too painful. So this is what I got into. Paper bags and playing with fire and talking Mashugana. Yeah, so this is just, so when we're going to there'll be a natural level, and then we can bring down the supernatural, and then we can, with the flame. So it's just like, oh look, it's a circle. We did a circle. So we have a circle, and no, it's not a circle jerk. But we're gonna be like, okay, let's try this. And we're just, playing with different rings, and somebody, the Torah, and it's just, all of a sudden Hashem can step in and be like, okay, that's enough, that's Hashem. It's happened before. You're just laughing at the dumbest shit, and all of a sudden something happens, the house moves, and you're like, oh, and you get offended, you're like, whatever, laugh it off. But sometimes you can't. No, taking it from somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everybody knows I have a problem. Is that the one? Yes, that's me. All right, so we got that. So basically today we talked about, these are my Sabbath lights, they alternate. Actually, what I should do now is, so they go two, they're coupled, and now we have to go just kind of like that. So then we just got a weave going, a flame weave. And then we got a circle to work around with, and pretty soon you know it, flame on. Look at how many fat people on the street, flame on. It'll look better at night, obviously. Unless we change the fire to like neon. We can make it bright. We could have, so much possibilities. I said I don't get into probability. What's the point? Once you have avos and you've done ethics, it's just like ignore the possibility. So there you go. And I don't disdain possibility. So what's the use of probability? And then you have, with Hashem, everything is possible. So instead of world peace, I decided to say, I want to make a human torch. I want to be a human torch. And Toro. There was another one. Anyway, so there, that's how we do it. We're using circles. We're doing some cross flames. We got a Shabbos. This is my circle. Pretty soon we'll add to that, and all of a sudden we got that first engineering department of Lakewood. And then eventually it's just like, okay, how long does this flame suit last? How can I concentrate? And we can do that kind of stuff. And then eventually, we have to do that. That's the future of play. And if you think about it, this is not a weapon of war that they're going to use. What do you think? You're going to have the soldiers flame on? No, we're going to do it. I was like, this is how we did it. This is nature's level, and this is the supernatural. Here's the level. And this is welcome to the Sabbath circle. We'll see who will be including with their flame into, and have enlarged the circle. That's Olam Haba. I think we'll leave it there. Golem Productions.